10-year-old sold lemonade outside my competitor's store. I was about to yell at him until I saw what he was actually doing. I've owned a phone repair shop for 9 years. Small place, just me, a workbench, and a wall of parts. I fix cracked screens, replace batteries, recover water damage. Nothing fancy, but I'm fast, I'm cheap, and I know every customer by name. Then, 6 weeks ago, Megafix opened directly across the street. Corporate chain, floor-to-ceiling glass, neon signs, air conditioning you could feel from the sidewalk. They had a waiting area with leather chairs and a coffee machine. I had a folding chair and a fan that oscillated when it felt like it. Within a month, my revenue dropped 40%. Foot traffic vanished. People saw the shiny logo and walked right past my door. I sat at my workbench some afternoons and didn't touch a single phone. One night, I told my wife we might have to close by September. I thought the kids were asleep. My son Leo was not asleep. The following Saturday, I was sitting in my empty shop at noon staring out the window, and I saw something that made my blood pressure spike. Leo, my 10-year-old, setting up a folding table directly in front of Megafix's entrance. He had a cooler, a stack of paper cups, and a big hand-painted cardboard sign. I lost it. My own kid, running a lemonade stand in front of the store that was killing my business, helping their foot traffic. I shoved my chair back and marched across the street, ready to drag him home by his backpack. I got within 10 feet, close enough to yell. Then I read the sign. It didn't say $1 lemonade. It said, free lemonade while you wait. P.S. My dad across the street fixes phones 50% cheaper with no wait time. Just saying. I stopped walking. He wasn't selling lemonade. He was running an intercept operation. He had positioned himself directly in the path of every customer walking into Megafix, the exact spot where they'd see his sign before they saw the front door. I stood behind a parked car and watched. A woman walked up with a cracked iPhone. She glanced at the Megafix line through the window. 8 people deep. Then she looked at Leo's sign. Then she looked across the street at my shop. She took a free lemonade and walked straight to my door. A guy in a work truck pulled into the Megafix lot, read the sign, looked at the line, looked at my shop. He didn't even take the lemonade, just walked over. In 45 minutes, Leo redirected 7 customers to my shop. 7. He wasn't selling sugar water. He was weaponizing wait times. Megafix had the brand, but they also had the bottleneck. Every customer standing in that line was a pain point, and Leo was offering the cure with a paper cup and a hand-painted sign. Then the Megafix manager came out. He was a guy in a branded polo with a headset and the kind of confidence that comes from a corporate handbook. He marched up to Leo and pointed at the table. You can't sell here, kid. This is our storefront. Pack it up. Leo didn't flinch. He looked up at the man, smiled politely, and picked up his table. Moved it exactly 3 feet backward, off the private lot and onto the public sidewalk. Then he said, in the most respectful tone a 10-year-old has ever used, it's public property, sir, and the lemonade is free. I'm not selling anything. The manager's face went through several colors. He looked at the sign. He looked at me standing across the street. He looked at the 3 customers currently walking away from his store toward mine. He went back inside and didn't come out again. Leo sat in his lawn chair, poured himself a cup of lemonade, and waved at me. That Saturday was our best sales day in 14 months. I repaired 22 phones. Every single one of them was a customer who'd originally intended to walk into Megafix. Several of them told me the same thing. Your kid caught me in the parking lot. Leo made $0 on lemonade. He gave away about 40 cups. The total cost of his operation was 1 bag of sugar, 3 lemons, and a piece of cardboard. He saved my business with a sidewalk, a cooler, and a sign that understood something most marketing firms charge thousands to figure out. People don't want the best brand. They want the shortest